This is Martin Carkson. I'm a communication studies professor here at Colorado State University and the director of the CSU Center for Public Deliberation. This is just going to be a short video to talk about the Colorado Conversations opinion forum that's been created. It's reaching its kind of first year in operation. We cover this material in an update for the Deliberative Journalism Project that was aired on February 9th. We'll put a link on the comments to the full video of that full update. It's about an hour and a half meeting. But we want to have a separate video just for this to kind of be able to send out to people to kind of encourage them to become contributors for the project, right? So the Center for Public Deliberation serves as an impartial resource for the Northern Colorado community, helping us have these tough conversations we need to have to take on our shared problems better. And the Deliberative Journalism Project is a project that started in the fall of 21, working with the Coloradoan, working with a lot of other partners, media partners, trying to rethink local journalism and do a lot of projects to make sure that we build up our local journalism, and it can be the resource, again, another resource to help us have the conversations that we need to have. And one of the kind of key projects that was launched with the Deliberative Journalism Project was the Coloradoan, our local paper here, bringing back their opinion page in this form of the Coloradoan Conversations, right? So I'm going to pass it over here to Rebecca Powell, who's the content editor for the Coloradoan. She's going to give you kind of quick overview of what it works, sharing your screen, kind of showing the website, and then we'll come back and I'll talk a little bit about what we're really hoping to accomplish with this platform. Rebecca?
Yeah, thanks, Martin. As he said, I'm Rebecca Powell. I'm a content strategist at the Coloradoan, and one of my main jobs is to keep Coloradoan Conversations going each week and to help fuel that. But it is definitely a project that requires, community help in order to make it strong. So I can tell you a little bit about it. Basically, the idea here is, that we want to have a forum for really broad points of view to come in and discuss important community issues, having a more complex conversation rather than, a simple back and forth. But hopefully people come in and find our forums are a little less toxic maybe than a typical opinion forum, because we do some moderation in there, and can have a really good conversation based on reporting that we've done on topics. We will send people back to reporting that we've done to help them get informed before they come and join the conversation. So I will show you what that's like a little bit, but so here you can find the conversations at coloradoan.com/opinion. It's kind of where it all takes place here.
And we'll have links in the comments to all these, so make it easier for you.
Yeah. So each week we ask one or two questions, and it's kind of denoted here with this Coloradoan Conversations logo, or just a question. Click in there, and Eric Larson and I write these questions. Eric's the editor, and the two of us are who are pulling everything together each week. So we go into usually some context about the issue, including some of our past reporting or past reporting from any other news outlet maybe that is doing things. And then we like to word the question in a way that is going to inspire good conversation, deeper answers, deeper thinking. And once you've got a handle on the question, then you can join the forum. And you do that by clicking on the blue view comments button here. Now, if you want to participate, you do have to be a registered user. You don't have to be a paid subscriber, but we do ask people to register. And so if you're not a registered user yet, when you click on that blue view comments button here, it is not doing what I want it to. It's going to pull up a little green bar up here. It's not doing it right now, but it'll ask you to create a free account. So here I am going to create my free account, and boy, I don't know what's going on here, why it's not doing this. I tested it out earlier, but if you go there, it's going to pull up a screen that's just going to ask you, here we go, first name, last name, email, create a password, and you create your account. And once you're in, then you should be able, every time you come to the Coloradoan to click on the view comments button, and you'll be taken straight to the conversation. Here at the top, I just want to note our conversation guidelines. We do ask people to agree to certain standards of conduct when they come. And we also have our content moderation system will auto moderate some things out like swear words. And then Eric and I are also both trying to participate in the comments and not only, weed out comments that go against the guidelines, but also to help develop the conversation. And then we also get help from the CPD and a journalism class at CSU with this effort, because we have students who come in here and also try to get people to talk more deeply about what they're saying. They might have a really simple, straightforward answer, and we might want to ask them, well, what do you mean by that? Can you say more about that? Sometimes people will come in and they will ask factual questions. They want to know, what are the facts around this issue? And we can point them to some of those facts. Or sometimes we have to go and dig up that information in order to be able to tell them about it. But you come in here and, people kind of leave their comments. You can see me there in the forum asking for clarification on an issue or on a comment. People can also send us their replies if they want via our opinion email, which is opinion@coloradoan.com. And actually, we prefer that people come use this platform because I have to go in and I'll paste them in. But, that's just a way to try to get more broad voices going, because it used to be back in the day, you'd write a letter to the editor, and boy, that was really dependent on people being able to put together sentences well and feel comfortable doing that. And so what we hope is that through this forum, anybody can participate. It's open to everyone. All you have to do is register your email. So we have a little bit of back and forth here, people kind of responding to each other. You notice we have this little respect button, and that's kind of neat. Just allows you to kind of see what other people in the forum are agreeing with. And we leave these forums open for at least a couple weeks, is what we've been doing lately, to try to gather really good conversations and let it have some air to think and for people to think about it. So I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I'm not forgetting anything about this, but yeah, so at the end of the couple of weeks, then Eric and I will go through here and we'll try to combine takeaways, and that we also get help from the CPD with this, with the students who help us analyze the comments, go through and look and try to pull out themes or values that we see being expressed a lot, questions that we need to answer, anything like that, and try to come away with some themes so that we can write a recap. So our recaps are also here on the opinion page, and they're denoted here by this little recap. And if you come in here, this is me pulling what I can with help from the CPD out of that conversation to try and represent various different points of view, try to answer those factual questions, try to distill the conversation. And then, of course, people can also comment on this file if they would like to. You can go back in at the bottom and we can keep the conversation going. Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers the ins and the outs of how it works. Martine, did you have other things you think we should go over here?
Yeah, so I'll just close it off, kind of making a bit of an appeal. So we're trying to, this is an experiment. We've been experimenting for a year, kind of learning how to play with this. As Rebecca said, I've got a group of students every week that will read all the comments, and we're trying to figure out ways of analyzing it, and all with this goal of kind of elevating the conversation, of really creating this to be a unique place. We want to become a national model, to have important conversations about local issues that are bringing in lots of voices. We want to start off to make sure that people have a chance to express themselves, and we have a broad range of voices, and we're doing some work there to make sure that everyone is kind of welcome there. And obviously it also gives people a chance to read a broad range of viewpoints, but we don't want to stop there. We want it to be an interactive thing. We don't want it just to be a collection of individual opinions. Obviously, a lot of online forums, the people that are most active on online forums, that people have very strong opinions. We also want this to be a place to learn, for people to come to refine their opinions, to talk to each other. And we're going to be constantly kind of experimenting on how do we ask the question, how do we intervene. With our program, we train these students to be small group facilitators in our live events. We're seeing how does that translate into this environment, right? To an asynchronous environment where people are coming at different times. So we really ask, if you're here in Northern Colorado and you're interested in local issues, I'll put some links on the comments on YouTube. Link to all the top. I think we've had 76 questions. I think we counted it so far earlier today. So we'll give you a link to a spreadsheet that has all of those. So if you can look around and find the topics that you're interested in. But basically, it comes out every Friday. Normally on Friday, it'll be in the Sunday kind of printed paper. But we really help to build this up, particularly with people that want to contribute to a positive conversation, that want to engage issues, that don't want to just have a simple view of issues and go through. So encourage you to kind of share this with friends. And we're going to keep on kind of building this up. You could also, suggest questions for the week as well. We do really want to make this a community conversation about the topics that we care about here in the Coloradoan, right? So thank you. I hope to see you online in the conversations. I'll put my email in the comments as well. So I'm happy to kind of hear any thoughts or any ideas that you have as we continue to build up this community resource. Thank you.